111, you're live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Hi, my name is Neil. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, Neil. How are you, sir?
Not too bad. I wanted to actually share a couple things with you, one of which I tried to reach out to you about on Facebook, but I had dug up some stuff on this Matt Stoller guy who had been going around to a lot of different progressive shows and like trying to encourage people to crap all over Bernie. And actually, after doing a little research, I found out that he was part of an organization called New America, which is actually funded by a lot of Clinton donors, uh, J.P. Morgan Chase, Walmart. I'd like to try to reach out to you again about it on Facebook and let you do with the information whenever you like. But this guy has found his way onto Democracy Now!, Jimmy Dore, Rising, and he makes a lot of really unrealistic, well, I don't even say unrealistic, but unfair assessments of what Bernie could have done about that recent bill, for example. He leaves out a lot of information that's critical. I actually worked for Senator Mike Gravel in 2008, and he and I are still friends. And I called him and talked to him about it, and there really is not much one senator can do to stop a bill, especially a bill that's about to pass 96-0, because you get outvoted by cloture, and then it passes anyway. But people in particular, and there's somebody that you don't mention by name, but I have to tell you that it's very refreshing to hear somebody else give the same criticism of this particular comedian individual, who also had this Matt Stoller on, that he just continues to repeat the same crap over and over again about what Bernie did or did not do or failed to do. And it's giving a false image of how much power Bernie, and in particular the Progressive Caucus, actually has in the Senate and in the House. There's only one member of the Progressive Caucus in the Senate. That's Bernie Sanders. There's only about 100 or so members of Congress who are in the Progressive Caucus out of like 465 seats. There's literally only so much they can do. But this Stoller guy, funded by big people, keeps going on progressive shows to tell everybody that they're not doing anything, or they're failing, or that they could have stopped the bill. And it's just, I'm noticing, I can literally watch in real time on some of these shows as these progressive hosts are essentially turning their audience not just against Bernie, but against progressives as a whole.
Yep.
And I can't get through to them about it. No, like nothing you say about it. I actually just finally started doing, videos about it because there's so many people that are ignorant of how the Senate works, and they're taking advantage of that to try to turn people against him. And I don't think that's an accident, especially when you consider who funds him. I'm pretty confident that there's a concerted effort to try to break up the progressive movement. So again, we'll try to reach out to you on Facebook and just give you the information, and you do whatever you want. But this Matt Stoller guy is not friendly to the progressive movement. I think he's literally being paid to try to destroy it. And nothing I can't seem to get through to anybody else about it. So thank you for taking my call.
I'm damn glad you got through, man. Thank you so much, Neil, for calling up and clarifying that. And I will find you on Facebook. And now I will say something that I haven't said, but it's very poignant, and I think it needs to be said. Now, I'm going to leave Democracy Now! Out of this because I haven't done any research on Democracy Now!, okay? But I'm going to tell you that I had a number of people reach out to me about The Hill. And what they were telling me is that, Tim, you need to look very closely. The Hill has an agenda. This was when I was going on The Hill. They said, Tim, the Hill has an agenda. Their idea, their job, what they're trying to do is to co-opt the progressive movement, siphon money out of it and viewership out of it, and control the narratives. That's why they're inviting all you guys on. I'm like, what? You know me, I get invited on very little shows. So I'm like, what, really? Gosh. I met Crystal. She seemed pretty cool. What are you talking about? But then I said I need to check into it. Well, turns out The Hill is owned by some rich Republican dude who's friends with Donald Trump. Really close friends. Really close friends with Ivanka as well. That may have an influence on the narratives or definitely the mission statement of the Hill. I've sort of hinted this, but I just want to make it plain and simple. Finkelstein or Finkel, I think his name is Finkelstein. Look up, look, guys. Just look up the Hill. Look up who owns the Hill. You're gonna come to the same conclusion I come to. Just look it up. I'm not in any way denigrating Crystal Ball. Crystal Ball, that's her show. The Rising is her show, but she's on the Hills Network. Okay. Crystal Ball owns her show, but the network guy owns the show, owns the building, the equipment, the setting, everything. I've been there. I met him. I met people there. I had no idea. So that may have something to do with what Neil is referring to. As for other people, no excuse. No excuse.